once, but guess what? He got to keep repeating himself. Does why? Because we got a stiff-necked, hard-headed Hebrews. You see that? So the wisdom of this world is foolish dealing with the Lord. 1 Corinthians 3, 19-21, and then the brothers got some more over here.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. But the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, they are vain. Therefore, let no man glory in men, for all things are yours.
That's it for that. Go ahead, brother.
What we're going to make sure we do is we're not going to let you or allow you to say anything disrespectful about Christ and we not deal with it.
That's right.
You spoke on something that said that none of the Roman authors ever said where he was from, that the Nazareth of Galilee. Now we're going to deal with Claudius, who was a Caesar during that time. This book is called Claudius the God, but we know he was not a God. And this is account of different things that happened. So here we're dealing with, at the time, they thought the Maccabees, Jews the Maccabees, and could have been disciples and delivered. So at this time, he said, you ask whether anyone now identifies himself with the Messiah. He said, I have met nobody like you who does. The last one that I remember was a man called Joshua ben Joseph.
Now we all know the Hebrew name for Jesus is Joshua or Yahshua or Yahusha. And Joshua the son of Joseph. Come on.
And he calls him a native of Galilee.
Native of who?
Of Galilee.
Jesus of Galilee. Jesus of Nazareth.
Yeah.
And this is in Rome.
Bro,
come on, bro.
Say he was a man stricken in appearance. And though his father was on the orders, he claimed descent straight from David. I even heard that there was a scandal connected with his birth.
Oh! Even then, they wanted to know what it was. Well, that's right. Is that the son of the living power that Joseph creep in the back door somewhere?
They say this Joshua had been an infant prodigy, a common phenomenon among the Jews. He knew the scriptures better than most doctors of divinity. We're going to deal with that. So then also we're going to deal with is, you bring out things that say were stolen out of Egypt.
Right.
But one time, did you ever say that Egypt, did the gods ever tell y'all that it was going to become a dustbin? Did he ever quote those? Chapter 29, verse 8.
Keep on.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will bring a sword upon thee, and cut off man and beast out of thee. And the land of Egypt shall be desolate and waste.
What?
Desolate and waste. And they shall know that I am the Lord, because he had said, the river is mine and I have made it. Like you say, they say they created it all. So since he said it is, he took the waters from them and the green grass and turned it into a dustbin.
And it's still that way. It's still that way.
Still in this moment.
Keep on.
Also, y'all, I want to kind of deal with that TWT. See, the thing is,
Hold it down, y'all. Let him speak.
what you had said, brother, I'm going back to your premise because you said you were setting the foundation, nigga. You said you wanted, when you use language is everything, is that correct?
He said it. Come on.
Right. And so now we know that in order for you to try to use the Hebrew of David and then try to use the hieroglyphic or the Egyptian writing, it is not the same. The Hebrew writing of David would look like this. And you cannot get TWT out of it. You can't get that. You see what I'm saying? There's no way.
Da-wa-da, the wada. Say it again. Da-wa-da, the wada. Come on,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? Also, I want to deal with the situation about comparison, y'all. Because I did this actually in college as a comparison or contrast paper. And I wrote an effective paper. It's going to sound crazy, but I made a dog and a cat the same thing.
Down, bro. How you do that?
Now, a dog and a cat, literally, it's not the same thing. We agree? But check it out. Don't both have either they're domesticated or they're wild. All right? They both have canine teeth, right? They both have fur, right? They both have no sweat glands, right? They both have live birth, right? They both give suck to their babies, right? They both have 4 legs, right? They both have tails, 2 eyes. How you can smell and hear? Circulatory system. Blood. And dog cat. I then you can't always run a comparison because when you read it in totality, they are not the same.
That's right. That's your truth.
The nation. Show y'all that real quick. Show y'all how these stories of these similar legends and what happened in the beginning got to every nation. That's right. That's what we gonna show.
Come on, boy.
14,
That's what it is.
We need Genesis chapter 10. This is how everything you got similar. You got creation stories, flood stories, and similar things in every culture because we all go back to a similar or the same order. 1 minute. Genesis chapter 10 or Genesis chapter 11 is if you got 1 minute. Genesis 11 and 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 11, verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it come to pass, as they journeyed from the east, they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelled there.
Jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7.
No, verse 6, come on.
Verse 6. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one. They have all one language. And this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do.
New world order, come on.
Go, let us go down there and confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech.
Verse 8.
Verse 8. So the Lord scattered them abroad from this upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city.
So we all go back and we all one language, one speech. The Lord confounded us and scattered us into different lands with different languages, and that's why you got different stories. Speaking of the same story, over 500 different flood stories all over the world. But it's all speaking about the flood happening. You got a gang of different creation stories. We all go back to that same origin right there. Then the Lord scattered everybody and into the perspective land with the creation story and the flood story in different languages. That's right. That's what happened. It wasn't a spilling or plagiarization.
It's really interesting. I was going to talk about simply when you talk about wisdom. Now, according to the wisdom is the commandments exactly the Most High. Turn to the book of Acts chapter 7. You guys, look at Acts chapter 7, verse 22.
What did you say?
Book of Acts chapter 7, verse 22. Now, according to them, biblical wisdom is what? The commandments and statutes of the Most High, right? That's our wisdom. That was the wisdom, right? So that's the biblical definition of wisdom. But in the book of Acts chapter 7, verse 22, Philip, I believe it was Philip, who is brought before a council of Pharisees, and he's relating, he's basically giving a breakdown of the Old Testament. He says in verse 7, verse 22, and Moses was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians. Now, according to you, this wisdom is the laws and statutes of the Most High. And what is the wisdom that Moses was learned in? You gotta understand, we can't take wisdom here means one thing, wisdom there means another thing. Whether or not wisdom means the commandments and statutes of the Most High, that does not exclude. Actually, they both use. Both cultures use wisdom to personify as a woman. Like I'm saying, like I keep saying, the ancient Hebrew Israelites, in my opinion, we're not really saying let's steal this from Egypt, let's take this from them. No, what I'm saying is that the people today, mainly Christians and Hebrew Israelites too, don't want to give credit where credit is due. They don't want to say, well, hey, yeah, maybe they did use that. It's not that they're stealing, but you don't want to give credit to technically you stole it. Also, too, he says that DWD is not saying that they're DWD. What he spoke. Hold it down, y'all. When the archaeologists found that what he wrote was the modern Hebrew, which is Yiddish, not ancient Hebrew. If you look at ancient Hebrew and look at modern Hebrew, it's like two different things almost. So we have to understand that if you're writing today, modern Hebrew, and look up Yiddish is a form of the Hebrew spoken in Israel today. And that's when you actually have a Hebrew English Bible. The Hebrew in this is not ancient Hebrew, it's Yiddish. Ancient Hebrew is a Phoenician script. Also too, the Canaanites is a Phoenician script. And Phoenician script historically came out of Egypt. That's why we see the comparisons of different words and the same thing, because they eventually all came from one specific language. Now, God may have confounded nations, but God is not the author of confusion. So, your Bible says that God is not the author of confusion. So, one thing I want to point out too.
Please don't quote our Bible.
is that you have a form. And look at the, I call it the generic case. Look at the dead. And I encourage all of you to go, get it, just don't take my word for it. I actually want y'all to go out and study for yourself. And look at the dead, spell age. Look at the dead.
Okay.
Oh, what age? Well, it's different. There's no one.
What the spell text?
The spell text. The book of the dead. They'll say 115. Osiris is known as, in the ancient Egyptians, he's known as the Brit-HaHadashah. Brit-HaHadashah translates as the silent one, the silent child. There's a spelling in the book of the dead where the book of the dead is basically saying that you can basically put your name in whoever. So basically, whoever was dying, you can put yourself in that position. That's why it was all saying. He says that I've seen my silent Lord, speaking of Osiris. Now, one form of the divine sufferer is Brit-HaHadashah. Brit means, it also means child, so it means he was the dumb god. Basically, dumb means couldn't speak. And he opens his mouth. That's why in the book of the dead, in the first chapter, like the second chapter, because in whichever translation you get, some say it's chapters, some say spells. So you really have to go with whichever liking you like. The speaking of Psalms, chapter 39, verse 2, says, I was dumb with silence. I held my peace for good, and my sorrow was I served. I was dumb. I opened not my mouth, because thou didst it. This was in the presence of the wicked, the enemy. You see that, and we also see in the New Testament too, Paul, I don't believe it was Paul, but it basically says that Yeshua, Jesus, when he was questioned by Pontius Pilate as to who he was, that he was like a sheep led to the slaughter. He did not open his mouth. You see, so just like as Osiris was considered the dumb god, he did not open his mouth when it came to his suffering. When he was around the wicked. So we see. I want to go back to the whole wisdom thing, because like I said, I'm not here to persuade.
They call him the dumb god. What was he saying? He said if you read dumb god in that spell text, who's the?
So he said, I have seen the silent Lord.